Guys, today we've got a pair of shoes that is incredibly straightforward, but they might become one of the most hated sneakers of this entire year. We have the box. Not only are the shoes incredibly straightforward, but so is the box. It comes with the same kind of speckling, just now it's black and white instead of all of the other colors that we've seen with previous versions. You got the flight text on the side, and that's pretty much it. So let's pop the top and let me show you guys today's pair of sneakers. It's the Jordan 4 White Thunder. So here we have them, looking very clean. I really like the way that these things look, but something that I was not expecting is some of the little extra improvements that they've made to these. Of course, we'll get into all of that, but first and foremost, let me make sure you guys are prepared for the release. So these are going to be dropping on August the 24th. They're already loaded up to the Nike SNKRS app, which usually suggests when they've loaded up this early that they're going to be available at a ton of different retailers. So my guess is that they shouldn't be that hard to get your hands on. They retail for $215 and are probably going to be one of the last Jordans that retail at that price, because rumor has it Jordan Brand is bumping up the price of the 4 again. I feel like they only just raised it to $215 from $210, and now they're already going to be bumping it up to apparently $225. So like I said, this pair of sneakers is incredibly straightforward. In 2006, Jordan released the incredibly popular Jordan 4 Thunder. They retroed that colorway again in 2012, and finally over a decade later for the third time in 2023. With the 2023 retro, it was very well received. A lot of people absolutely loved that sneaker and were super happy that it came back, mainly due to the fact that Jordan Brand left a nice break in between each retro, but also because the anticipation for a Thunder retro was built off of two previous releases. In 2021, Jordan Brand retroed the Lightning colorway, which is kind of like the counterpart to the Thunder pair. The Thunders and the Lightnings both dropped together in 2006 as an online exclusive, which made them extremely limited and sought after. And then in 2022, we had the Red Thunders, which were incredibly popular as well, and to this day are reselling for a huge amount. After that release, of course, Jordan Brand, seeing how well it did and seeing that they could really use the Thunder color blocking and just throw a different color on it, they created this. Probably the most popular version, the White Thunders. So I think the general consensus with this pair of sneakers is that it's kind of going to be, and I hate to use this example, but the Panda Dunk equivalent of Jordan Brand sneakers. A pair of shoes that I think we're just gonna see everywhere. And yes, the Panda Dunk's notoriously one of the most hated sneakers, which I believe is completely unnecessary.
What would you say is the worst sneaker release of all time?
Oh man, of course it's the Pandas, bro. I have to say the Pandas.
Man, I'd have to say the Panda Dunks.
Pandas, bro. The Panda Dunks. Pandas ruin the culture. Panda Dunks.
It's just one of those weird things where a sneaker gets so popular that it becomes hated. Now these are obviously nothing like the Panda Dunk, you know, sneaker for sneaker, but they do share one of the most important qualities, which is just insane wearability. A lot of people who love Jordan 4s wear them all the time, and even people who have never tried a pair of Jordan 4s before are probably looking at this colorway like, yeah, I can pull these things off. Like, I can literally throw on a basic pair of Gymshark shorts with a white t-shirt and still have a pretty decent outfit with these. Now obviously you could put a simple outfit together with a bunch of other shoes as well, but the fact that these are black and white definitely helps the wearability. There's honestly nothing I can complain about this pair of shoes in terms of looks. They'll be that old reliable sneaker that you can keep in your rotation pretty much year round and just feel very confident knowing that you can slip these on with pretty much any outfit. I do want to talk about some of the differences and potentially improvement with this pair of shoes compared to, like, let's say the Red Thunders. So the first thing that you're going to notice, especially if you do have a pair of Red Thunders or regular Thunders laying around to actually side by side it, is the fact that they beefed up this ankle area and tongue significantly. It's got a lot more padding around the ankle area in general compared to the Red Thunders. Feels a lot more similar to what we saw on like the SB4s. And that extra padding does make a decent amount of difference. Like, you can feel it and you can also see it. So it's going to change a little bit of the look of the shoes when you're wearing them, and also the the way that they feel on foot. Also, if we want to get into the weeds a little bit, then you can also look at the rubber netting that's on the side, and you can tell that the White Thunders have slightly thicker netting area. But again, it's very marginal, doesn't make any practical difference, just more, you know, visual. Now, the material on these is exactly the same as the Red Thunders or the other Thunders. It's very much what you would expect for a nubuck pair of Jordan 4s. Now, Nike calls it nubuck leather, and other people call it synthetic fake nubuck. But I will say, in hand, which I assume is what really counts, it does feel pretty synthetic. Like, it has that kind of felty feel to it. So whether Nike's lying or not about the material, saying that it's leather when it's not, it's yeah, it's pretty hard to tell. They could have just threw some weird finish on it to make it feel a little bit more synthetic, to give it a specific look. But most importantly, it's the same as what you have probably felt before if you've had any of the Thunders or pretty much any nubuck Jordan 4. Now, that nubuck covers the entire upper, even the tongue, and that's where you find a nice little tongue tag. This time it's got the Jordan and the flight text both in white. You've got a white Jumpman on the back for the rubber element on this sneakers. The strap comes in black with, of course, white eye stays. And looking at these things now, I'm kind of like, maybe a white lace swap would look pretty cool. Might be worth trying if you do get your hands on these things. You know, maybe throw on a pair of white laces, could spruce these things, make them a little bit brighter. The midsole is a nice combination of, you guessed it, good old black and white. White around the back and then black mostly for the outsole. I mean, if you ask someone who didn't know that this sneaker existed, what would a Jordan 4 White Thunder look like, they would probably describe this exactly. Point is, there's no surprises with this sneaker, except for, I guess, the extra padding, but knowing that Jordan Brand has been doing that with 4s lately, it's not really that much of a surprise. Which, by the way, talking about the padding again, it doesn't affect sizing like some people have mentioned. Some people have said that they do half size up on pairs like the SB4s, but personally, I went true to size with these and they fit exactly like every other Jordan 4. I go true to size and these fit exactly the same. But hey, I know everybody's a little bit different when it comes to sizing, but I would just say, to be on the safe side, I would probably go for your true to size. Overall, I do think this is going to be a sneaker that is everywhere. I mean, it's hard not to like this pair of shoes. The ease of wear and the fact that it's this color blocking specifically just makes them look so clean with the white and the black. And they really do look good in everything. Jeans, cargos, baggies, shorts, they look freaking dope. The main question is, what do you think about these? Are you going to be going for them when they drop later on this month? Let me know down in the comments. And if you want to check out another video, you know what to do. Click that one right over there.